Atta boys and girls, and whoever else loves us like we love you. We're back for another installment of Drunks in the Ponds. No Tempers Flare in Atlanta for an obvious bitch tactic by Arcia against the Phils last night. We'll get into the disgusting, weird, gross, I know they're synonyms, full of themselves. Oh my God, Mets had two honorary first pitches in the past week. The literal king of queens, Kevin James, and the queen of spitting, talk to a girl. Yeah. Kevin James or a viral sensation. Was Tay Zonde, Chocolate Rain, or the Numa Numa guy busy? Like, honestly, what was your goal? Baseball's supposed to be family friendly. You brought a girl who's talking about spitting on dicks. All right. Stay classy, Mets. Fucking dirtbags. So, there's one team that's given me the best surprise as to where they're currently sitting in the standings. Most people say, we don't care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royals. Well, listen, I'm a diehard Phil fan until I die, but boy, do I love a scrappy puzzle piece team. And that's exactly what the Royals are. They are something special this year. Do I think they have what it takes? No. Do I love their team? Absolutely. They have a lot of vets, a lot of youth, and B-Dub himself. And kind of what more do you need? But the least scrappy team in baseball, they can't have facial hair, spent $3 billion since 2010 and has fewer World Series hits than Zach Greinke. Yeah, embarrassing.
It's not good.
And the entire Cardinals organization won on walk-offs last night. Single A, double A, triple A, and the major leagues. Every single team in their organization won on walk-off home runs last night. Walk-off hits, I should say.
Cheers to them.
Yeah, so that organization's doing great. How was your company pizza party? Yeah. Shut up. Listen, pizza's great, but your entire organization doing walk-offs? Pretty damn impressive. But let's get this show on the road. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, Venmo us $8. We're very generous this week. Just saying. Jay, what do you hear? What do you say, baby?
What's going on, baby? Drunks on the Pond, episode 20, what, 22? Yeah,
Deuce.
I love it. The old
Deuce.
deuce. Dude, I gotta tell you, I saw this stat on Reddit this past week, and I thought this was one of the craziest things in my life. So, you know what the golden sombrero is, correct?
Yeah, 5 strikeouts in the game.
No,
Four.
the golden, yep, the golden is 4. In not back-to-back days, but in a week, the Seattle Mariners had 2 players get a platinum sombrero. 5 strikeouts in a game. One of them being Julio Rodriguez, and the other being Randy Arozarena. I thought that was nuts. And, you know, luckily Seattle is a good team, so, well, they can't be that great because they just fired their manager, Scott Service. Thank you for your service, you could say at that point.
I don't remember saying good luck.
So that's it after 20 years. So long, good luck?
I don't recall saying good luck.
And then I did see another interesting fact that I would save for the end of the video for final thoughts, but this is just too good to just skip out on. On 5/18/1969, Kinetetsu Buffalo's first baseman Jim Gentile hit a home run, but pulled a muscle and collapsed on his way to first base.
Oh, not very gentle.
He would crawl to first and be substituted for a pinch runner. Thus, he would become the only player in NPB history with fewer runs scored than home runs. That is one of my favorite things
That
in
is
probably the
dirty.
whole world.
That
Dude,
is so dirty.
that is awesome because that's not something that you come across all that often.
Well, I
And
mean,
I thought,
I look at that as just like Willie Mays being elected to more All-Star games than seasons he played in.
dude, that's that's just how the crumble cookie crumbles nowadays. I mean, it's just. But
Dude,
speaking of first baseman, I don't know if you saw this, but this was probably the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And we are going to Cincinnati for this one.
ooh.
Ty, I see London, I see France. Batting for the Cincinnati Reds.
Well, hang on. What was his underpass?
Shit Brown because he is just shitting all over the place this year. It
Ooh,
is bad for Mr. France.
sorry,
To the
TY.
point where he swung at a pitch, missed it, threw his bat into the dugout, and the bat just happened to have landed in the trash can.
I did see that.
It landed. It was the perfect shot. Ty France couldn't have done this. We could give him at least 25 more chances, would not do it again.
I'd
But
give it 100 chances, and that probably wouldn't happen again.
and it makes me think what could be the problem with Ty France? Because I mean, listen, back in May he hit 277. If you're hitting 277, you're having a pretty good month.
Sure.
But then you go to June and July, in pretty much the dog days of summer. June he hit a $138, and
Ooh,
July he hit a $176. So obviously something wasn't right in Seattle.
nah.
They gave up on him. He went to Cincinnati. He's I wouldn't say he's doing great, but I mean he's
He's still a serviceable player.
hitting 250, 15 for 60. He's got 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, which, as we like to call the old Tyler O'Neill syndrome, where you hit the same amount of home runs as your RBIs. But I mean, that's pretty much what I've seen on the docket. But I do want to save my last point for later because I actually brought them up in the baseball group chat we're in earlier, and I saw something they did that, as much shit as I give them often, I cannot believe they did this. But we'll save that for later. Richie, what you got, bud?
So, first, I really don't want to start today off on like a sad note or anything like that. So, we're not going to start off on a sad note. We're going to start it off in more of like an honoring note. We're going to flip the script and change the perception on this. Because, I mean, let's just say this is towards the end of the season. Not too many teams that you haven't played are you going to visit, or vice versa. They're not going to visit you if it's this late. You're just running down the middle where soon it's going to be you have X amount of teams to play, and most of them are going to be within your division, or at least your league, basically. So we just had the final, potentially of all time, Battle of the Bay. I mean, that's been going on for a long time. San
Yes.
Francisco Giants and the Oakland A's. San Francisco's last visit ever to Coliseum. A little rough. A little rough on the edges. A little rough in the middle. A little rough all around. You had some people who had direct correlations within that organization. Or I should say within both organizations. You had Mark Hanna, who played a majority of his career for the Oakland A's. Matt Chapman, who started his career, came up through the farm system, as well did Matt. And then you also have Bob Melvin, who is the former coach of the A's. He was there for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
So they did something that it's, this is why this is why we're so romantic about it. You saw Mark Hanna go up to home plate and put dirt in a jar. He's got the jar of dirt. He's got the jar of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
But that was the last time he's ever going to be at home plate at the Coliseum, unless he sneaks in the offseason. Because let's face it, that's just going to become probably a homeless encampment. What the fuck else would it be? Matt Chapman got third base, where he won what? Couple gold gloves and one platinum glove there?
Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, pretty fascinating. So I don't know if Bob Melvin got, because I'm pretty sure he didn't get really a thank you or anything from the organization, because let's just face it, pretty sure he got fired. I don't think his contract ended. Because let's face it, it's the A's. They don't exactly give you a severance package, or they might give you like 7 Miguel Tejada jerseys if you get fired.
I would take a Tejada jersey.
So would I, because that's at least when their owner cared. I didn't say he put money into the team. I said he cared. There's a big difference. They never put money in the team.
Which is funny because even though they never put money into the team, there was a point where they had Matt Chapman, Matt Olson, Marcus Semien. Like, they had a formidable squad that made the playoffs.
It's not even a formidable squad. They had an all-star team.
Like, they actually were kind of like the major league movies where they were purposely trying to lose to expedite the process of getting out of Oakland.
Yeah.
And someone was just kind of like, dude, we're not fucking losing. Like, we're not doing this on purpose. To where John Fisher was like, okay, if you're not going to lose, then we're just going to bring in people who will. Which they did. They got rid of Matt Chapman. They got rid of Semien. They got rid of Olsen. They got rid of anyone worth a shit. And they brought in these fucking scrubs. And then they started losing. And Oakland's like, well, what the fuck? We don't want to go watch a bunch of losers. And John Fisher's like, oh, well, I guess we're leaving because, no one in Oakland cares about baseball. No, you dumb fuck. People in Oakland love baseball. They just hate you. Like,
For the
God damn.
For the final game of the Battle of the Bay series, almost 40,000 people.
Well done. Well done is all I have to say to that.
Incredible. Nothing but respect. I'm sure 37,000 of that were Giants fans. But that's neither here nor there. They put a bunch of money into that Oakland economy that doesn't want anything to do with professional sports, even though it is a very marketable area.
Yes.
I mean, shit, you have people literally move from Oakland to Vegas because of how their fandom truly is for the Raiders. We won't see that with A's fans, though, because they're not moving to Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross. No. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No. No. You're too close to. You're already too close to Sons of Anarchy territory. Just stay away.
I'll be honest, and it's going to sound fucked up, but I really do mean this. I hope that by the time the Athletics get to Vegas and they get themselves settled in, I hope John Fisher has a fucking heart attack and gives up the fucking franchise.
Well,
I don't want...
Hypothetically. We don't want to wish ill upon anyone.
hypothetically, okay, yes, I don't want to wish ill on him, but
Yes.
I also don't wish him the best at
No,
all.
that's fine. You can say that. And I applaud that.
Like, if John Fisher walked out of his house tomorrow, tripped on a fucking twig, and just happened to break every bone in his body, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, best wishes. I'm going to be like, hey, you know,
Oh no,
maybe it's a sign.
he's not getting a card from me.
Like, I'd probably just shit in an envelope and mail it to him, honestly.
No, I'm not wasting the postage.
Well, luckily we keep stamps on hand here.
Well, that's also considered a biohazard material. You're going to be on a list. You just made a list.
You just made the list!
Yeah, let's just fully agree. I mean, John Fisher's a douchebag. He fucked up this entire franchise and made it all about him, not about the team, not about the fans. It was all about him. We all understand you want more money. What do you work for? Oh, more money.
We want more money. Yeah, more money.
We can do that every single time we say it.
More money.
But Jesus, dude, you are just not. You don't get it, man. This Battle of the Bay series is huge. Like, if you remember correctly, over the years, through interleague play before it was every team plays every team, there was a few teams that always played each other, no matter what, even if they weren't playing within that division that year, across the league, and anything like that. Battle of the Bay happened almost every year. It had to. Just like Mets and Yankees played every year. But for some reason, Philly didn't play Baltimore for like 5 years straight. So, it's whatever. Someone out there isn't exactly doing a great job scheduling. But now, you don't have to worry, because you're playing a member year.
The one thing I do want to bring up that I hope doesn't get lost in all these facts, John Fisher has been a part of the Battle of the Bay since he had a minority stake in the San Francisco Giants. He knows what this rivalry is. Like,
he was on both sides?
He played for both sides. He was a minority stake in the early 90s for the Giants, right? He was actually on the board to stop the Giants from moving to Florida when the rumors were swirling back in the day. And then in 2005, when he became like the owner of the Athletics, they actually forced him to sell his stake in the Giants. Like, dude, you're not going to play, or you're not going to have your cake and eat it too. Like, you got to pick one or the other. So he sold his stake, and then he went to Oakland, which he's been there for almost 2 decades, and now he's blaming the piss poor economy and the fans not caring as a reason to move the team to fucking Las Vegas.
But you're also saying that he was a little bi-curious about teams. He wanted to play for both teams.
No. He was bike curious. Bike curious.
Well, that makes me bi-furious. Dude,
Jesus.
fuck him. I've never met a billionaire and wanted to shake their hands.
No, I've never have either.
He's definitely a billionaire that I'd like to shake their hand after I fart in my hand. And then shake his hand.
I think I'd go for the old cup of fart and smack in the face, hoping that it transfers to him getting a pink eye. Like, I feel like that would be the best way to go about that situation.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But let's just say that's an act of violence. And when I woke up this morning, that's not what I chose. I just chose to be
a little violence.
I just chose to be a dick. That's the difference. Richie Shakespeare is just here to be a dick, not choose violence. You can do it, man. I got kids. Oh, I got one kid, but the other one is still drunk from the last episode we did.
Poor Sparrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right.
Well,
You brought up an
yeah, go ahead.
what was you brought up an interesting point, and I don't want this team to get left out. You brought out the Kansas City Royals, and currently they are 2 games behind first place, behind the Guardians. They're actually tied with the same record as the Minnesota Twins, which is genuinely crazy because
Yeah.
I don't remember the Twins being this good, but it totally slipped my mind. But those 3 teams, I get, they've always been towards the top each year. Well, not the Royals. The Royals are starting to climb now. They were
No,
pretty dog.
it's
They were
yeah,
dog shit last year.
they did a lot
But
of blah over the years, but they're 71-56 this year, dude.
I know it's impressive. I'm genuinely happy for them.
An
But
82% chance to make the playoffs.
there's one team now. They're slowly starting to find their way, and I am here for it. I'm here for it. I'm talking about the Detroit Tigers. Now, anyone that's followed baseball knows that for the past 7, maybe 8 years, the Tigers have been probably best described as dog shit.
No.
Like, they've been falling down on their draft picks. Spencer Torkelson's still trying to get it together. Hopefully he's able to fucking find something.
He's so good.
It's brutal. But as bad as they've kind of been this year, they're 62-66. They're only 4 games under 500.
Sure.
There are other teams that are built better that are doing far worse. And Riley Green is having a career year. I just want to give a quick shout out to the Tigers because when we were doing our hot takes at the beginning of the year, I said the Tigers, I think we're going to the playoffs or finishing first in the division, which clearly I'm wrong. But
yes,
they're actually showing a lot of heart this year, and I am genuinely proud of them. I mean, it's easy to be in 4th place when the 5th place team is the fucking White Sox, who are 31-97 and 42 and a half games back.
no, that
Their run differential is negative 259. This is what we're talking about right now. But like I said, shout out to the Tigers. It's nice to see the team finally showing some heart, and hopefully next year shit starts coming together. Maybe crawl in the 3rd. Maybe go above 500. But I'm here for it. I can't wait till the Tigers are good again.
my mind is still just spinning and trying to figure out how it potentially possible they can score 250 plus runs to make it back to break even.
There is
It's just
no chance.
physically impossible.
I did see one thing though that cracked me up. I was watching the fantasy waiver wire video, and they were like, people to pick up. They were like, don't look now. Andrew Benintendi's getting hot. And I was like, oh, we just talked about him.
Yeah,
I was like, we trashed him weeks ago.
He still has a disgustingly horrible -4. He's still a bottom 4 player in baseball.
It's so bad.
Getting hot.
So
What did he
bad.
string together 6 base hits in a month?
I think he had a 4 or 5 game hitting streak, and they were just like,
Oh!
don't look now. Don't look now. Benny's back. And I was like, is he? It's like, he's still got a negative 1.7 WAR and a 211 batting average. Are we really sitting here congratulating this? Is this where we're at? Okay.
If we keep trying
sure.
and hoping and praying, we click our heels together 3 times, he might hit a double.
It's just disgusting.
But yeah, speaking of the Royals, that's who the Phils play next.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, man. I'm looking forward to it. So right now, the Phils, so the 23rd, which is tomorrow. Phillies,
Yeah.
Yeah, Phillies play the Royals. We get to face Waka, Brady Singer, and Seth Lugo. We're not facing their bad boy this year.
Oh, God.
What's his face? Really heavy strikeout pitcher for them. We're not facing Reagans.
No, thank God.
Yes, because I'm really, really tired of watching the Phillies strike out.
It's bad, man.
It's Wolf. Buzz's girlfriend. Wolf.
Wolf.
That's 100% how I'm feeling right now watching this team. Listen, it's not the pitching that's making me feel that way. Shit, we just kept the Braves held to under 7 runs for the series. Who's going to bitch about that?
You'd be hard pressed to find somebody.
Well, I know, because they're dumbass people. I gotta flat out say, you are dumbass fans. You don't understand this game. There was nothing wrong with our pitching. Oh my God, the bullpen made a mistake twice. Oh, heavens, no. We lost by 1 or 2 the
Yeah,
entire
every game.
series. We didn't get swept. They fought back last night real hard. And that's all because that attaboy, Arcia, decided to, for lack of a words, he's just being a little dick.
I genuinely cannot believe he did that in fucking August. Like, really? Like, you
Yeah, like,
waited 10 months.
it's a game in August, dildo. No, you know what? I'm not going to call him a dildo. A dildo would serve a purpose. He doesn't. Like, Jay, you said it best. Really? 10 months? Dog.
Like,
10 months.
and listen, I would love to sit here and continue to trash Arcia, but we genuinely have a bigger problem at hand right now that I don't think is frankly getting talked about enough, because I think we've given him a little bit too much leniency and being bad. Now, mind you, he is the best player on this team, bar none. There's no doubt about it.
Bryce, baby.
But I stand by the fact that when players suck, you need to call them out.
Mm-hmm.
That is a thing that needs to happen. And Bryce Harper, since the All-Star game, like, this is insane. He's hitting 203. His on-base percentage is 252, and he's slugging 374. He is 25 for 123, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, fine, whatever. 8 walks to 31 strikeouts. Like, I get struggling out of the gate a little bit since the break, but dude,
this is another level.
We are 30 games past the All-Star break, almost an entire month.
It is past
and you are
a month.
And you are barely hitting above the Mendoza line. What the fuck is going on? I mean, obviously, hopefully, if not in August, September, he turns it up, which I think he will. He's proven that when he goes through these cold slumps, he just comes out hot the next month. But I'm not sitting here crossing my fingers, because it's like, dude, you haven't looked good all month. Like, it has been this kind of bad, and I'm genuinely struggling to find something that I can be like, oh, well, you know what? He did this, right? Like, yeah, he went 1 for 4 tonight. But it's like, where is the Bryce Harper that steps up and tells people, you know what, dude? not only do I fucking suck, but everyone around me sucks right now. We got to figure this shit out. Bryson Stott has been hardly noticeable this year.
Yeah.
Castellanos has regressed to 2021 KSD, swinging at sliders low and away, just completely sucking at what he gets paid millions to do.
Yeah.
This isn't a COVID state of emergency complete shutdown, but this is something where Rob Thompson needs to get off his ass, out of the chair, look at his team and go, what the fuck is going on here?
Hey,
We
Don't
just
forget he's
lost the
Canadian.
series.
don't forget
I'm
he's
sorry.
Canadian. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here, eh? We just lost a series to the Braves. We are going into some of the hardest games we have all year. We have a 6-game lead, which is probably 5 now because we just lost.
Yep.
We cannot afford for Bryce Harper to not be good. If there was ever a time for him to come alive and get hot, it's right fucking now when we need the offense. Our pitching stabilized, which is good because you need stable pitching to stop these teams from scoring, which
Yes.
they did well against the Braves. But like I said, the offense just has not shown up, and it's not a state of emergency, but it is going to lead to trouble if you do not score runs against these fucking teams coming up.
So, let me ask you. So, we saw Arcia last night hit the home run, 2-run shot to left field. Round first, turn around and stare at Bryce. Round second, look at Bryce again. Round third, look at him one more time. And then in the post game, all Bryce had to say was, I didn't even notice it. What the fuck happened with Bryce? Where's his passion? Where's his, like, dude, you're claiming to be all in on the city, all in on this organization. Guess what the people who follow and pay to see this organization would have done if that happened? Hey, yo, dickhead, what the fuck you looking at? You didn't want to say anything? You want to do anything? You didn't want to try and put a fire under your own ass? You don't want to try and put a fire under the team? Even if you didn't think you had to. Guess what, dude? Maybe sitting out for a 3-game suspension would have been fucking great for you. Are we missing you? For
I
3
saw
games?
it best on Twitter where someone put up the clip and they were like, if there was ever a time for the Phillies to get hot, it's after something like this. And
Yes.
the fact that none of them chirped Arcia when he was running the bases, that just tells me what the mindset is of this team. It's not
feeling defeated.
Like the mindset has officially switched over to just survive. Like that is what they are doing. They are just trying to fucking survive at this point, which there is no reason for. You are one of the top 3 teams in the whole league. Like you are above and beyond majority of this fucking league. You need to act like you belong there and stop this whole, oh, well, we don't care that he did that. No, you should fucking care.
Yeah, seriously.
He is putting it in your face that you guys suck right now and that this is acceptable for him to do.
Yeah,
Not one person said a fucking word. You let him disrespect you like that and nothing was said. You let this scumbag, who you easily got under his skin last year. Harper hit those 2 home runs.
You clap back hard.
Harper hit the 2 home runs, and the fans were giving it to Arcia. Arcia was having a mental breakdown in the dugout to where Ronald Acuna Jr. was struggling to keep Arcia's focus on the game because the fans were right behind him, giving him shit. Do you not understand that even if you would have just done the smallest thing, the next time the Braves come to Citizen Bank, the fans are going to shove it so far up his ass. but you didn't do a thing. You sat there and let them shove it right in your face, and you took it like a bitch. And I hate to say it, but the Phillies are acting like a bunch of fucking bitches right now. Get it to
Sad,
fuck
dude.
together, and let's buckle up, let's win some fucking games, and let's get ready for October. This team's going to be there. There's no doubt about it. But I do not want the same team last year that because you won the series against the Braves then to think you could do it just as easily this year. Because honestly, you've sucked against the Braves so far. And
Yeah.
and I really hate to bring it up, but especially I do not want to hear a fucking word from Garrett Stubbs at all surrounding this whole thing. The minute he talked about jumping into the pool at Chase Field, we fucking sucked. We went back there this year, a week or so ago? We suck then. I don't give a fuck what any of this team has to say unless they start hitting. Get
Yeah.
it together.
I mean, out of the past, 3 weeks, we've had 4, 5, 6 displays of like offensive dominance. 3 of them were against the Marlins out of a 4-game series. 1 against the Dodgers. 2 against the Dodgers, I should say. But 1 was because one player got real hot that night and banged 3 moonshots. Let's just call it what it is, man. This team can't rely on one player each night. This team can't
No.
rely on 3 players at the top of the lineup to go 0 for 19 in 2 games. This team can't keep somehow staying number 1 in the power rankings. I don't understand how. I mean, sure, I guess they're just going off of names. Because let's face it, since the All-Star break, how the fuck were we even in the top 5?
I have no idea.
Listen, Phillies fan, tried and true. But I'm going to call it like I see it. How the fuck are we staying what we are and where we are? Playing the way we are. We are legit playing sub 500 ball. And managing to do what? Be okay. How does that sit right with anyone in the locker room? There's no way you could have 10 guys all slumping at the same time. Sorry. We've seen it that you can. There's no way this lineup should have 10 guys slumping at the same time. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I've experienced very, 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 very bad days with this organization. Very bad seasons. Very bad years. This is the most pathetic and lethargic I've ever seen this team. It's not that they're losing badly. They're just absolutely not showing up offensively. I don't get it. I mean, listen, I'm just gonna end this discussion with, listen, I'm sorry to Alec Boehm for not continuing his on-base streak. For some reason, he's not better than Odubel Herrera. That makes me feel bad to say.
The one thing that I do want to bring up before we jump off the Phillies right now, since the All-Star break, have a record of 12-19. There are a couple teams that are worse or are close to being as worse. I mean, the White Sox are 4-26, but like I said, it's the fucking White Sox. They've lost 90 games so far this year. But the fact that the Braves are 15-17 and the Mets are 17 and 15. Both teams who, if you don't get it together, are currently just about up your ass. You need to get it together because who the fuck's to say that the Mets and Braves are going to slow down?
Yeah.
But I'll leave it at that.
Agreed. I don't know if you want to say this is a better, more uplifting topic, because that's the first time all year we bashed the Phillies.
Yeah.
That's the first time all year we've had to. So, fuck it. Any topic is more uplifting than what we just did. 41 gun salute to Joey Votto. Joey, you're a true fucking legend. You are a gamer. You are everything that kind of is what a baseball player should have been. You have a little bit of arrogance to you. You were also humble. You understood your assignment always. You had fun. Most importantly, you were a troll, dude. You're a damn good troll and a damn good player. Top 20 MVP 8 times, MVP once, All-Star 6 times. Like, in my opinion, you should not be Hall of Very Good. You should definitely be Hall of Fame. I mean, you're ending your career with 2,100 hits, 460 doubles, 356 home runs, a 409 on base percentage career. Guess who's just right above him? When I say right above him, I mean a notch above him in career on base percentage. Albert
On the
Pujols
Reds or no shit.
for career. Sorry, I should have let you guess and preface. I mean, all time.
That's all good. Don't.
Let's just say a 294 batting average career. That's a 300 hit. That's a 300 hitter. That's just 2 bad games at the end of his career.
Yeah.
I took him out of 300. Like, look at it this way. His 162 game average, 170 hits, 36 doubles, 28 homers, 90 RBIs, 100 walks, 108 walks to be precise, and bat 295 for a season.
Ain't bad.
Out of a 17-year career, that's an incredible career. If that's your yearly average, impressive. Big impressive.
Very.
I mean, he's a true mother canucker. I truly love him. I always have. Yes, he did one of the biggest troll jobs possible in Philly, where he went to go throw that ball to the fan, and then went, nah. Incredible, dude. I love that shit.
You're forgetting Joey Votto's greatest moment, like the career-defining moment.
Oh, was it when he pulled that fan's jersey?
No. Joey Votto's last hurrah. Joey Votto got ejected from his last fucking game.
Oh my God, that's right.
His last major league game and Joey Votto gets ejected. That is the greatest fuck you to baseball ever. Like, there is
It's
no
incredible.
topic. Joey Votto during spring training was just chilling at a car wash being like, I'm ready to play baseball whenever any major league team is. Like, we have Bryce Harper, and I was at the point where I was like, why not just bring in fucking Joey Votto at this point? What the fuck is going to hurt about it? Like, I was dead set on Joey Votto backing up Bryce Harper.
The best thing is, like, he got signed by Toronto at what, middle of spring training?
Yeah, something like that.
He played the whole season in the minors. They only have a couple weeks left. until their playoffs or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Cool, a minor league championship. That's only
I'll
good
tell
when
you
you're
what.
home.
You know what's crazy though? I did see a list today. Do you know how many MLB careers have died with Toronto or in their farm system?
Well, let's just say Toronto is not a very good place to be right now as a baseball player. I
I
mean,
mean, fair.
you've heard the shit that's going on with Bo Bichette, and for some reason, Vlad's name keeps getting ignored and not brought up because I don't know. For some reason, he's just polite. But like,
But
dude,
like,
I just don't get it. Continue, please.
I was reading an article today because I was genuinely interested. I was like, how many careers have actually ended in Toronto? And there are some names on this list that I was like, really? It's like, I don't even remember this, but it happened. Jamie Moyer ended his career in Toronto's minor league system.
I thought he ended a Rocky.
No, he got signed to Toronto's minor league system at the age of, I think it's at 49. And
Yeah,
he retired.
the Rockies was his last major league win.
His last major league appearance, but Jamie Moyer
Gotcha.
called it quits in Toronto. Johan Santana retired not as a Blue Jay, but he retired
Within the organization, sure.
Yeah, within an organization. Vladimir Guerrero Sr. retired in the Blue Jays organization. He was playing in AAA, hitting over 300.
Yeah, no shit.
And didn't get called up. And he walked in the office and was like, I'm done. Fuck you. And that was that. There were a couple names on that list, but when I saw those three, I was like...
You also got Sandy Alomar, Omar Vizquel. They played their last major league games there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the list. If not,
Like,
oh well, I don't care. I'm not fact checking. I don't care. But still, like, you had a lot of big names go there and end their careers. Tulowitzki.
Oh, man. Dude. Troy Tulowitzki was that man in Colorado. And I still remember when he got signed by the Yankees, I was like, oh man, Tulo's going to crush it. And then the injury bug bit him firm in the ass and he just, he died.
You know what it is? I think it's Canadian healthcare.
Do they need more money?
More money.
Yeah, more money.
No, their healthcare is paid for via a little bit of extra taxes, especially on alcohol. It's very expensive to drink in Canada. So let's just say, I don't think the team doctors are American. Probably not. I think they're more along the lines of, you know what, hey, you're good. And it's like, my hand's backwards.
Canadian doctor walks in. He's like, what's all the fuss in a boot? His hands just, he's like, I can't throw the ball. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
The doctor goes, here, have a Labatt.
Yeah. Oh, big old fucking tall boy of Labatt Ice.
Oh, yeah.
Not like a pounder.
Here in America, it's $1.85. There, it's probably like $4.
Easily. They love their Labatt.
Well, no, it's not even about how much they love it. It's just the taxes and the cost of alcohol is what drives healthcare for everyone to have it. I mean, sure, I'd spend a couple extra bucks on my drinking habit if we all had free healthcare here. Pretty fucking dope. I mean, the waiting list, whatever. I'm already in pain. I've managed. Tylenol helps a lot. So let's just say, Canada, you're where good baseball players go to die.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that felt dirty coming out of my mouth. I really hated saying that. But yeah, like, let's look at it right now. Joey Votto. Let's get back to talking about the man, the myth, the legend himself. He came in second rookie of the year back in 2008.
That's
Do you have
crazy.
any idea who he lost to?
In
Without looking it
2008?
up. Without looking it up. I know.
Hands up. I'm not looking it up. 2008. All right. National League. A couple players come to mind. I don't think it's no, there's no way it's a Philly. If I had to say 2008,
Put it this way: there's 3 Reds in the top 5 in rookie of the year voting.
in 2008. All right, so that brings to mind Jay Bruce, and
Bingo, that's one of them.
I feel like Brandon Phillips might have been in the league already at that
He was
time.
in already, yeah.
Is this a fielder or are we going a pitcher? Because if it's a pitcher, I have an idea.
There was a pitcher.
Was it Homer Bailey?
No.
Not Bronson Arroyo. No, because Arroyo was around.
He was at the Red Sox prior.
Oh, Alfredo Simon?
No. No.
Huh?
No, let's talk about good pitchers.
All right. Who's the third one?
Eddie V. Edison Volquez.
Damn. I haven't heard Edison Volquez's name in a long time.
So, that's
Hold
not who
on.
we lost to.
I think I know who he lost to. I think I know it. Is it
Same
Ryan
division.
Braun?
No. Same division.
Fuck.
You're on the right track. Same division. Wrong team.
2008.
You're not going to get this because this is someone that I literally went, oh, a long time since I thought of his name.
Can I get the team at least?
Cubs.
It's a Cub.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, 2008. All right. I'm trying to think of who was on that team. I think Milton Bradley was on that team, but Milton Bradley was around for a while by then. It wouldn't be Rizzo. Rizzo came along later. Was that Aramis Ramirez?
No. Don't forget, he was Pirates prior.
That's right.
Dude, he was an NL Central legend. He played for every team in the Central except for the Cardinals.
That wasn't Darwin Barney, was it?
No. That's way too early for Darwin Barney.
Was it the catcher? Oh, it was the catcher. It was oh fuck. No, I know who it is. Giovanni Soto.
Bingo. Do you want to know?
Let's go.
Do you want to know what their stats were?
Yeah, I do want to know that.
Okay. Let's just go over this real quick. First place votes. Soto got 31% of first place votes. Got 158 points. Votto got 76 points. I'm going to go identical right here, and I'm just going to bounce off both of them, okay? They both had a 3.3 WAR.
Damn.
Solid. Soto played 141 games. Solid for a catcher. Let's just admit that.
That's very solid.
21 games short of a season. But I don't think he only played catcher that year. So that could be it. Votto played 151. .494 at bats for Soto. 526 for Votto in 10 more games. Okay. Soto 66 runs. Votto 69. Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice.
Nice. Nice.
Soto 141 hits. Votto 156. Soto 23 homers, Votto 24. Soto 86 RBIs, Votto 84. No stolen bases for Soto. 7 for Votto. Both at 62 and 59 walks, so let's just say 60 walks apiece. 285 batting average for Soto. 297 for Votto. On base, 364 for Soto. 368 for Votto. 504 slugging for Soto. 506 for Votto. 868 OPS for Soto. 874 for Votto. Could you be any more parallel?
How the fuck did Joey Votto actually lose this?
How did he lose by that much?
That is insane.
31% of votes went to Soto for first place. Like,
That is nuts.
it was
Joey
almost
Votto.
100 points more. Votto should have won Rookie of the Year.
Very easily. It should have been close. I agree with that.
Without a doubt,
Joey Votto should have won this clear.
I could
clear
live
as
with
day.
60-40 on that.
Yes.
Dude, he kind of got robbed of Rookie of the Year.
Like, I do think it's great that Soto played 141 as a catcher. That's not an easy feat, trust me.
Hang on. I want to look at this because I don't think he only played catcher. There's no fucking way he only missed 20 games.
Dude, I think Soto was only catching. Because if memory serves me right, the 2008 Cubs at first base
Holy shit, he was just catcher.
Had Derek Lee. I think Derek Lee was first baseman for that team. I'm going to check it now. But yeah, Derek Lee was first baseman. Yeah.
They had Sweet Lou Pinella as the manager then. Oh, how long ago was that?
Sweet Lou Pinella. That dude, God bless him for having to deal with Carlos Zambrano for all those years, man, because Jesus Christ. Ryan the Riot Terrio. Oh, my God, this team.
Aramis, Alfonso Soriano having an amazing year.
Dude, what a
Actually,
team.
not that great, but like, fucking wild that he lost the Rookie of the Year that bad. But then the next year, he was 22nd in MVP voting. Very impressive for your second full year season in the majors.
I agree. No argument.
I mean, it was Albert Pujols and Hanran. They were the only two competition. I mean, Pujols had a 9.7 WAR that year. Ew. Just fucking ew. And I mean, Votto won the following year in 2010. He had a 7 WAR, while Pujols had a 7.5. So it's whatever.
I mean, I think the easiest way to sum it all up is Joey Votto, you have had a hell of a career. And I hope retirement is as good to you as it's been to a lot of players. And I do believe there is a spot in Cooperstown, either through the Veterans Committee, through regular voting. I do believe there is a spot for Votto.
Don't care.
I hope Joey Votto. I hope Votto stays around. But if he chooses not to, I hope he enjoys his time relaxing. The man deserves it. He's been a legend for 17 years in the game, just about.
I hope he comes back in some way. Like, at some point. Like,
I could see Joey Votto being like a bench coach, maybe, or Votto doesn't seem like the type to really manage, though.
No, but I can see being a hitting coach.
He could be a hitting coach. I mean,
I can see that.
That would be fucking cool.
300 career hitter, 350 career home runs, and you are nothing short of above average in every single facet of your game except speed. Just saying.
Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it.
Well, surprisingly
But
enough, he never won a Gold Glove, though. But whatever, I don't give a shit. Gold Glove means nothing unless you're Greg Maddux. But
I
whatever.
think it's about that time. We go into the ninth inning. Rich, your final thoughts, good sir.
Oh shit. I don't really have anything except for I'm really sorry about Jason Hayward being cut by the Dodgers today. I mean, it is what it is. I understand baseball is a business, but I don't know what the Dodgers are truly doing. You're losing another veteran presence on the team. Who did they just release? Rosario? I think it
I,
was Rosario,
I think
like
so.
2 or 3 weeks ago. I think they just released him. Like, you keep releasing veteran presence in your team, and you're getting back not unproven talent, but not fully healthy talent. I mean, Mookie's going back to right, or not going back to right, or I don't understand how the fuck you guys have stayed anywhere near as good as you are. Because Jesus Christ, the Dodgers have had legit a potential Hall of Fame team on the IL in 90% of the year. You have Clayton Kershaw, who every time he lifts his arm, it sounds like a casket opening in a Rocky Horror like picture show where it's like his, his arm is just fucking ancient. There's not much left to it. Surprisingly enough, he is that good that he can still win games without overpowering or over finessing. He's just still doing what Kershaw does, except, no, I take that back. He's not being Kershaw at all anymore. At this point, he's kind of
No.
Danny Moyer, except 20 years younger. Um, yeah, Jason Hayward, listen, you were always one of my favorite players outside of the Phillies organization. I really hope some team decides to sign you. I mean, shit, maybe it's the Phillies and you could take over left field for them. I mean, another lefty on on the team. I don't give a fuck. Maybe you're an offense. Maybe you're part of the offense that we need. But
Yeah.
like, hey, he was one of my favorite fantasy team names I've ever had. Hey, where'd you blow me? Yeah, that was always a good fantasy team name. I had that for a couple years. Uh, now that he got let go, I might change my team name back to that. Right now, it's Gas My Pants. Hey, dude, I never said it was classy. I said I was funny.
Yeah, you
There's a
got a point.
difference. But yeah, but it's just I have no idea what the Dodgers are doing. But somehow them and the Braves still fucking stay relevant when half their team's dying. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make it. Our team's fucking fully healthy, minus Ranger, and you're looking at a dilapidated fucking dogs that haven't had water in 7 days.
We're looking at the equivalent of the Braves being like a German Shepherd running just full on right now. And we are the pug that is running behind, struggling to fucking breathe with our little legs, our smushed face. And we are the Whitey Duvall from 8 Crazy Nights, chasing the kids up and down the fucking basketball court. Fucking
Size 11 in men's. Size 6 in kids. Like, dude, we are absolutely that pug, except guess what? You know what our owners did? They paid for a reconstruction of our nasal cavity so that we could breathe properly because they think money fixes everything. No, your pug is still going to be stupid and not be able to breathe properly. And guess what? We're not breathing properly.
No, we someone get this team a fucking inhaler, please.
Oh, goodness. Oh, dude, we need a CPAP 24/7. We need to walk
It's
around going,
bad, man.
Jay,
It's horrible.
whatever you got, buddy, please.
I got a couple things. I brought it up earlier, and I I ended up saving it for the end because, Rich, how many times would you say we trashed the Los Angeles Angels for being absolutely fucking stupid?
On air? A lot. Probably
In
about,
general.
in general. Oof. I think we text about it at least 4 times a week. So,
Well,
yeah. We got something else to talk about?
they did possibly the dumbest fucking thing they could have ever done.
They gave Anthony Rendon more money.
No, they gave someone more money, but not the person you would expect.
Who did they give more money to?
Perry Manajan gets a contract extension as the Angels' general manager.
No. No.
This fucking guy who wouldn't trade Shohei Ohtani and get pieces and lost him for fucking nothing. This fucking scumbag got a 2-year. This is the equivalent of Matt Klentak for the Phillies. Like, I have seen nothing but Angels fans fucking about to go down to this fucking stadium and rip this dude out of his chair and throw him into a fucking ravine. Why in the fuck are you giving Perry Manajan 2 more years? He is burying this team. And the owner looks at him and goes, you know what? It could be worse. You lost a generational talent for nothing. Nothing. I talked about this weeks ago, maybe a month now. If you would have handled that deadline, you could have gotten 5 top prospects and money for Shohei Ohtani. Instead, you lost him for fucking nothing because you thought he gave a fuck about your franchise when you did nothing to put him in a position to win. You thought an aging Mike Trout was going to be enough for him to stick around. Newsflash, dickhead. Someone put $700 million in front of my fucking face, I'm leaving too. The fact that this dude got a contract extension is fucking beyond me and beyond words. I wish I could suck at my job as bad as this dude and just get nothing but raises. Angels fans, I feel so bad for you guys. And I hope this nightmare ends sooner than later. Because trust me, we have been there.
Jesus Christ.
We saw Matt Klentak ruin the Philadelphia Phillies for years. Years. The only kind of grateful I am for Klentak is the fact that he helped get Bryce Harper here. Outside of that, this fucking dude can kick rocks and maybe tumble down the mountain with him.
He also drafted Bohm and Stott.
Okay, he gave us half, 3/4 of our infield. Okay, thank you. Besides that, kick rocks and fall down the fucking mountain with them.
That's fine.
I genuinely cannot wrap my head around this dude getting a contract extension. Like, I feel terrible. And the fact that Art Moreno came out and said over the last 4 years, Perry and his baseball operations staff have begun to lay the foundation for a bright future of Angels baseball. Really?
His
The
operation
bright
staff?
fucking future?
So wait. His operation staff, not the fact that the owner has no part in it. That's pretty shitty. Like, at least we got some hands-on people in our corner at the Phillies. Like, They actually care. Like, fuck off, dude. If you're literally going to try and give every bit of credit to the GM, you know what I'm doing to that? You know what I'm doing? Closing the book. Just fuck you.
Like, Art Moreno goes on to say, we have been impressed by the steps Perry has taken to infuse our major league team with young and exciting talent while also revamping our player development process. How? You lost Shohei Ohtani for nothing because you are too fucking stupid and dense to realize you could have gotten so many top prospects back just for the name alone. You fucked up. Stop giving this man credit for shit that he is completely fucking ruining.
Is this also the same GM who gave Trout the extension, signs Anthony Rendon, and on top of that has had a revolving door of first baseman for the past since Teixeira?
I'm sorry, but what is the last good contract outside of Ohtani that Perry has handed out that has worked for this fucking team? Who? Outside of Ohtani. This is a fucking joke. And
I mean,
like
honestly,
I said,
the best thing that he's done for that organization in the past several years is traded for Ohapi.
I genuinely cannot stress how bad I feel for Angels fans having to deal with this fucking dude. I feel bad hoping that the Angels suck just so Perry gets fired and the next dude comes in with an actual plan for this team. Because this is fucking insane to me.
How is it there's two good GMs in the entire West Coast? The Dodgers and, surprisingly enough, Seattle.
I don't know, but I don't want to sit here and continue fucking going on about this because I'm just going to get more and more pissed off. But jumping to on this day in baseball history.
Yeah.
August 22nd, we are going to 1989. Not so long ago.
That's the year
35 years.
Yeah.
Hey! All right, here we go. Nolan Ryan strikes out Ricky Henderson in the fifth inning of a 2-0 loss to Oakland to become the first pitcher in Major League history to strike out 5,000 batters.
Only, correct?
Only. I do believe it's only. I think Cy Young only finished with around 3,900, if I'm correct.
No,
I do want to double check this, though.
I don't think Nolan is 1,000 plus above the next. He might be. I mean, he pitched for 74 years.
Cy Young only had 2,800 strikeouts. Oh,
wow. Well,
genuinely interesting. All right. So Nolan Ryan has a total of 5,714. Second is Randy Johnson with 4,875. And in third, and still not in the Hall of Fame, which is pretty crazy because this list is legit full of Hall of Famers till 17th. Third place is Roger Clemens with 4,672. The Rocket.
Wow. Yeah.
And then you have two active players. You have Scherzer at 10, Verlander at 11.
Yeah. Kershaw's.
And then Kershaw's in 21st. He's behind he's 16 behind Greinke right now. So
Greinke, dude, you're why?
One of life's great mysteries is why no one signed Greinke to strike out 21 people and just get to the next fucking big highlight. But
fucking brace my brain. Guess what?
So many teams.
With the way that fate always has it, you know damn right. He would have got 20 strikeouts in his first, 6 appearances. And then his
Oh, yeah.
next start, he would have only needed 1. Guess what that 1 would have done? Drawn a crowd. It would have got butts in the seats. But we've been over this. I'm sorry, Ricky. Zach, you're the man.
But it's about that time. Rich, do you want to send him home?
Get the fuck out of my house. We love you guys.
You know who it is. I'm Jay. That's Richie Six Beers. This has been Drunks on the Pond episode Deuce Deuce. And in that case, Z, do us a favor, baby. Hit that music. It's time to wrap up. We're getting out of here.
Yes, sir.
Later.